Hey guys, welcome to Bastian time. This is This Week in Nintendo News. Let's get to those top stories. So, just like usual, we've got a ton of Zelda-specific stories to get through before we get to the couple Nintendo-specific stories. First up is this awesome Zelda painting. It's Link and Zelda, and it's a video where the artist basically captured their entire painting process over a few days. So it's like a speed painting. Really, really awesome to watch an artist at work doing this kind of painting, so definitely check this out. There'll be a link down below for you. Next up is a recreation of Skyloft done in Minecraft as part of a Sky build group where they took a bunch of famous video game floating city sorts of places and put them all within one Minecraft world for you to explore. They seem to have done a pretty good job. Definitely check it out. The video for that is in the link down below. Speaking of Minecraft, there's this entire section called HyruleCraft where they are working to recreate basically all Zelda locales and then let you play through those in an adventure mode sort of thing. They've recently completed Dampe's tomb, so if you've wanted to explore that in another place besides Ocarina of Time, now you can. Next up is Skull Kid, fantastically recreated as a Marionette. The artist created this, I believe, for her brother, so it's not for sale or anything, and it's a really great job. It just looks exactly like Skull Kid as a Marionette. It's basically perfect. So great job to that artist. Our next story is going to sort of usher us into the Nintendo general sort of stuff. This one is kind of about Darksiders, but it's still Zelda related. Basically, everybody always compares Darksiders to Zelda, and the creator of Darksiders has been interviewed recently, and in two separate interviews said two kind of contrasting things. In one interview, he said that he doesn't mind the comparisons to Zelda because, you know, Zelda's a great series, and to be compared to it is an honor. But then in another interview, he basically said that he's very frustrated by constantly being compared, his series constantly being compared to Zelda, because a lot of times in articles, people will call Darksiders derivative of Zelda, and he really doesn't feel that's the case. He feels that it brings a lot of different things to the table that Zelda doesn't. So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think Darksiders is derivative of Zelda? Should they just own up to it and accept that they're kind of a Zelda clone, or is it something that is completely different and only slightly inspired by Zelda? Let us know in the comments down below. Us? I mean, me. Suddenly I'm a royal we. A royal we. And now the specifically strictly Nintendo news. First of all, in a recent interview, Nintendo said that there's basically no way that Nintendo will ever appear, any of their games will appear in an app store, because they really feel that that Mario's home is Nintendo. I mean, it stands to reason. They're in the console business. They would never want to allow their characters to appear on other companies' consoles. And then our final story is about Dragon Quest X. That is a Nintendo exclusive title from Square Enix, and it looks like it's going to be awesome. It's for the Wii, and also eventually the Wii U, and it was Nintendo hosted a Nintendo Direct. Those are, every once in a while, they'll stream a video that is usually focused on a variety of games, but this time it was just specifically Dragon Quest X, and interesting things were revealed in it. For instance, the series creator of Dragon Quest said that originally they were going to add a feature called Kids Time, which would be kind of roughly for a few hours when kids would get out of school, and it would be free to play. You wouldn't have to pay for a monthly subscription, so that way kids could just buy the disc and then never have to pay that monthly subscription. They could just play during those few hours each day. And that would have been awesome until somebody pointed out, yeah, but what's preventing other people from saying that their kids and then just playing anyway as well. So that was scratched, nixed off the table, and so now everybody definitely to do the online aspect of the game, you will definitely have to pay that monthly fee. What's interesting about the game, though, is that there's an offline sort of single-player quest that is just as immersive, apparently, as the multiplayer MMORG version, so you really don't have to do the monthly fee if you're really just interested in playing a traditional RPG. To be honest, I think that's how I'm going to be playing it, at least at first. Maybe eventually I'll go ahead and do the MMORG aspects, but I'm not a huge fan of MMORGs, to be honest with you, so we'll have to wait and see. But I am a huge fan of Dragon Quest, and I cannot wait for this game. So that's it for this week in Nintendo news. I'm undecided whether there will be a third video this week. If there is, it will be in a couple of days, and it will be a Games Like Zelda video. If not, then that will wait for next week. Unfortunately, this week is kind of busy for me, so we'll just have to wait and see. But see you guys definitely next week for This Week in Zelda news on Friday. Bye. I mean, it stands to reason. They're in the console business. They would never want to allow their characters to appear on other companies' consoles.